I'm Jackie Gillman, and if you clicked on this video, you want to find out more about the fabulous schools in Weston, Florida. So right now I am at Gator Run Park, and behind me, not too far away, is Gator Run Elementary. Not only is it one of the largest elementary schools in Weston, but it was where my 3 kids went to school. So I have a personal attachment to Gator Run. Gator Run has pre-K, Gator Run has lots of special amenities that people need and people look for when they come to Weston for their schools. My 3 kids all started at Gator Run, graduated from Gator Run, and I was very involved in the PTA. I'm not saying that it's the best school, but it's the one that I know the best. There are 6 public elementary schools here in Weston, and all of them are A-rated. One of them is a charter school. There are also private schools, if that's what suits your children the best. And all the elementary schools feed into the 2 middle schools that are here, Weston Trace and Falcon Cove. My kids went to Falcon Cove because that's the feeder school for Gator Run. And then there's Cypress Bay High School, which we'll talk about later. Going back to Gator Run, I had an amazing experience at Gator Run. When I was here with my kids, Manatee was just starting, and all the PTAs of all the schools got together to help them. But what that really says is you have a lot of parent involvement in all the schools at all ages in Weston. And again, that's what makes it such an incredible place to live. Most of the elementary schools have a park adjacent to them. Not only is it for anybody that lives here, anybody that visits, but the schools have a lot of activities and events at the park, which just make it more of a hometown feeling, as Weston always is. The parks always are upgraded, they're always checked for safety. The city is very involved. All the parks are city parks. And not only do we have parks like this with the grass and with the playgrounds, but we have 2 incredible parks. Okay, I have to swing because I'm on a swing. The city of Weston prides itself on being one of the top safest cities in the country. And at each school, it's no different. There are protocols to get into the school. There are protocols to volunteer. One of the things for safety reasons that everybody loves is that Weston it's not a pass-through, it's a destination. You don't drive through Weston on your way anywhere unless you're coming, I guess, from the West Coast going east and you're on 75. One of the things that's kept me in Weston, and like I said, I've been in Weston for over 30 years, is truly the safety. Weston has the lowest crime rate per capita of any city in Broward County. One of the most beautiful things about Weston is not only all the green grass areas, but the focus on family. We're a city of approximately 70,000 people, and I think it's about 28% right now that are under 18. So we, the city, the residents, we want to focus on making them happy and making them excited to live here. The bus system picks up for every elementary school. If there are special needs, it'll come right to your house, very easy to arrange. If you choose to go private, most of them have transportation as well. I was a very excited mom. I thought, oh, I'm going to go ahead and start driving my kids to school every day. Yeah, that didn't happen for very long. So there are a lot of very excited parents, very involved parents, which is one of the things that makes the school great. But that means drop off and pick up can be a little extensive. So I did trust in the bus system, and it was awesome. It gives you the opportunity to meet everybody in your neighborhood, for your kids to meet everybody in your neighborhood, for your pets, your dogs. It's a very, very dog-friendly city. Just on the outskirts, in one of the incredible parks that we have, Markham Park, there's a huge dog-friendly park there. In Cypress Bay, which I'm excited to show you soon, the ratio of teacher-student size is, the largest is 1 to 26. So you're never gonna have more than 26 students in a classroom. The elementary schools, all of the elementary schools here in Weston pride themselves on having much smaller classrooms. And there are aides. So if there are special needs children in the classrooms, there are aides. And I can recall when one of my sons was in a kindergarten class, there were 18 kids and 2 aides. It was amazing. You almost had one-on-one interaction at all times. So all the elementary schools in Weston have aftercare programs. Some of them are more extensive than others. Some do have a few extracurricular activities available. If you're looking for a bilingual program, the charter school, Imagine Charter, has a bilingual program, and several of the other elementary schools do as well. So when you're ready to seriously look to move to Weston, take a look at all the areas. Like I said, every elementary school in Weston is A-rated. Everyone is good, everyone has its specialties. Take a look at which one you want, which one works best for you, your family, and your children, and then together we can find the location for you to live so you can go to the elementary school of your choice. Within Weston, there are 50 miles of bike lanes. And why do I say that in relation to school? Because you see in the morning and in the afternoon, lots of parents taking their bikes with the kids, going from the house, biking there. All the schools have locations for the kids to keep their bicycles. Part of safety that all the schools really focus on is wearing helmets with the bikes. The City of Weston and our Sheriff's Office, our BSO, they work with the parents, with the kids, really showing them how important it is to wear helmets, and they encourage biking to and from school. Now, yeah, it might get a little hot in Weston, like right now, but it is a beautiful city. And as I'm sitting here outside in the sun, there's a gorgeous, gorgeous breeze. We are about 25 minutes from the ocean, but you know what's really neat? We are the westernmost city in Broward County, and our north and west side borders the Everglades. We're a tight community, not necessarily in acreage, but everything's close. Everything is really close. So I mentioned Imagine Charter, that's just a few blocks away. You have the grocery stores. I think we're up to 5 Publix and a few other type of specialty grocery stores here in Weston. And you can get anywhere in Weston within 10 minutes. Maybe not by foot, but by car. I'm sitting here at Gator Run Park, and just up the block, and on a pretty day you could walk, is where Imagine Charter is. It's also where Sagemont Private School is. You can find in any one of these beautiful centers various bistros, good places to eat. Right over there, there's some sushi, some Latin cafes, and there's businesses. So when the idea of Weston came to mind, the planners said, we have this plan for a pre-planned community. And it was one of, I think, 3 in the country. It's, I think, one of the only ones that truly became a city. The beauty of it is Arvida, the company that developed Weston, they loved green and landscaping. And so every strip center anywhere in Weston, you almost can't tell it's retail. Everyone, when you build or when you renovate, you have to go through the City of Weston's codes. You have to make sure there's enough green, there's enough trees, and that the street and the signs for anything are not obtrusive or obnoxious. The City of Weston, for us realtors, has a sign, and it can only be 12 by 12 when we put up our for sale or just sold sign in Weston. So that is what adds beauty to our city. Anywhere you go, you notice that. Weston is, I guess, not really a rectangle, but right in the center, there's only one gas station. All the other gas stations are on the perimeter. And even that gas station, you don't really notice it or notice the sign because it's landscaped so beautifully. Wow, what nostalgia. I love it here. Weston Regional, the place where I would come many times during the week, every Saturday, every Sunday, sit here with all the other parents and the siblings, whichever one wasn't playing at the time, and just watch and enjoy and love it. And whether it was a really hot day and we had coolers full of orange slices for the kids and water, for us, and then, or a blanket on those few chilly days. But it was great. Weston Regional, it's an amazing place. I think it houses every sport except ice hockey, which is only 20 minutes away. And your kids really here have the opportunity within minutes of your home to play whatever sport they want to try. And as a kid and as a parent, you want them to try all the sports to see what really resonates with them. So Weston Regional, there are 8 baseball diamonds, 4 sized for Little League and 4 a little deeper fields for the bigger kids. How do I know that? Because all my kids played. There are soccer fields, which depending on the time of year, they're played as soccer, sometimes as football, and basketball. Some of the courts are now pickleball courts for those of you that want to play, whatever age you are. And Weston Regional is a city park. We're in the center of Weston Regional, but there's the YMCA. And it is a South Broward YMCA, but it is one of the largest, probably in South Florida. It has so many things, but that's a whole nother conversation. There's also the City Pavilion, where there are weekend movies at the park. There's nights, all sorts of different games and nights, and whatever holiday there is, there's an event going on out here. Around the perimeter, there's pavilions, some of them sponsored by clubs like the Rotary Club of Weston, which I'll talk about later. Walking, if your children are out here for practice, you don't want to miss their games, but for practice, or if you just want to come out with some friends, every large park here has a walking path. Most of the big ones, like here at Weston Regional, at Vista, at Tequesta Trace Middle School, the loops are approximately a mile. City of Weston, we're really proud that we are a city that recycles. And that's so important. In addition to manicuring and everything else, it's more important for the environment and for our community and for what we want to teach our kids. So if you look around, you see the garbage cans and you see the recycle bins right next to it. We always try to encourage everybody with the water bottles instead of the plastic when possible, and if not, there's recycling. So yes, the city is well maintained, beautifully landscaped, and environmentally friendly. So around here, we're not far from Gator Run, where we were earlier. There are communities, Savannah, you can walk here from there. The Meadows you can walk to. When you're at Cypress Bay or Vista Park or Falcon Cove, you can walk there from the Ridges, Emerald Estates, and several other communities. Everything is very manageable, very easy to get to. Welcome to Cypress Bay High School, one of the largest high schools in the country. Right now sitting at approximately 4,800 students. It's bigger than some universities. And it really runs as smooth as some of the universities. As large as Cypress Bay is, they have really something for everybody. They pride themselves on letting each child's individuality come through. If you want a club that isn't here, and there are so many clubs here, find a teacher to sponsor you and you can start your own club. It's an incredible institution. Last year, or the year before, they got rid of all their portables. They built another building in this beautiful campus. You know what else happens in this beautiful campus? The Rotary Club of Weston has its annual run. The run has now become the City of Weston's largest event. It's held in December right here. So on a regular school day, the halls, which are almost all outside except for in the building, the walkways are surrounded by students. And on the run, we have thousands of people here. The students that graduate from Cypress Bay with its 98% graduation rate, some of them go on to ROTC and serve the country, some go to technical school, and a large percentage go to universities all over the country, prestigious universities, local universities, Ivy Leagues, and we have them coming back, which is really nice, and they then give back to the community, and they come back and they visit the classrooms here and show the students here what they can do. Just never give up. All 3 of my children went here, and they all had a different experience. My oldest was always into sports broadcasting, and the education that he got here and the support and the connections that he made. Anywhere he went and into that field, to colleges for their interview, they were like, oh, you're from Cypress Bay, you must, and it was endless. And that was his experience. And my next son played baseball in high school. So he got to experience the athletic department and the boosters and the supporters and everything that comes from playing baseball in high school. And my daughter, she had a completely different experience. She went more the academic path, but then she went and started working in the office and worked directly with Principal Neely and learned that angle. And she happens to be a CPA right now. And yeah, they all three had incredible experiences. They all three made lifelong friends, and we had great experiences as parents. As a parent, you can get involved. You can get involved with the PTSA, or you can get involved with SAC and get to know the administration. It's not the same as when you're an elementary school parent or a middle school parent, but you still have the opportunity. And here in Weston at Cypress Bay, a lot of parents are still very, very involved. You have to be zoned, depending on where you live here in South Florida, you have to be zoned for the school that you attend. The majority of Weston is zoned for Cypress Bay. There is another high school, Western, which does have a section of our Weston students. Western is also an incredible high school. It has lots of AP classes, athletic teams, and they have high academics. There's also Sagemont Upper School, which is a local private school. And then there's several private schools within a 25-minute drive from here. Thank you for watching this segment. This concludes all the information on Weston, the City of Weston schools and the City of Weston parks. If you'd like some more details on any of them, please reach out to me. And if you liked what you saw, please subscribe. Coming soon, I'll be bringing you segments on local real estate in the City of Weston, in West Broward, new construction, not in Weston because there isn't anymore, new construction in the surrounding areas, local businesses, local restaurants, and anything else you could think of in the City of Weston. Thank you.